on the couch, and this time around, young man, we're with one of the most experienced,
big time
coaches in State Champ Men, and he's got the silverware to prove it, folks. We're talking to Eric Minerve from the Waverley Falcons. Eric, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm really well. I've got to tell you, mate, it's a big season this year, 2012, because everyone is chasing the Falcons, and more importantly, the Falcons are chasing the three-peat. Tell us all about it. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going okay thus far. Some challenges early on, but certainly working every week to improve, and hopefully, we'll be in a position at the end of the season.
True or false, Eric? Has Ivan Platnik insisted that his coach calls him the Destroyer from now on?
Not at all.
He does like the name though, doesn't he?
He does like it.
He loves it.
But I don't...
He likes a lot of things about himself.
Yeah.
Just on the Destroyer, fantastic player. He must be a pleasure to coach because he just goes out and somehow just gets the job done, racks it up, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. He's been, a consummate performer in the league for many years now, and certainly very happy to have him back. Obviously having stints in Europe and being back now, it's really good to have him back.
He's a god over in Croatia.
That's what I've heard.
God. Hey? I'll tell you what, the young man's been champing at the bit to get on the couch with you, Eric.
Absolutely.
He's got some hard-hitting questions for you. Take it away, mate.
Oh, they're not that hard. All right.
Not
okay. Look, I suppose something that you hear a bit is the amount of talent you got on the floor is it's a blessing, but it's also something that could potentially be an issue in terms of Sean Weaver went out, Benny Lewis came in. Benny Lewis is perceived to require more shots than Vashon.
Sure.
Then you add your new guy, what's his name, Brad Kelleher, as well.
Vashon went to a pretty good club, by the way.
Yeah, they're all right. Then you've got Danny Dillon, you've got Tom Boyle, you've got Platnik, you've got all these guys, you've got Siddell.
Sure.
There's one ball on the floor at a time, and I suppose that's something that people would raise. What's your answer to that, I suppose?
I think the focus at our club sort of over the last 2-3 years has never been on any one individual. It's always been the team focus, and that is our philosophy, and we hope to continue along that philosophy. So from that point of view, the boys and the guys know that we are playing that style in terms of where our strengths lie, and are willing to sacrifice their individual games for the team.
There's one player that he didn't mention, and there's one player that I think is the unsung hero for the Waverley Falcons. We talk about, the Birdman that's come in. We talk about, Daniel Dillon when he's playing in the Destroyer, and obviously Brad Kelleher's there now, and Simon Blennerhassett.
Yes.
He is the unsung hero of the Waverley Falcons. And I tell you now, last season's finals, the playoffs, the big one, he was a gun. I mean, he just does the hard things, the 1%ers. He must be a blessing to have as a coach. And he's your captain, of course.
Yes, he is our captain, and our leader, not only in games but at practice. He's always doing the right thing in terms of providing effort when others aren't.
Yep.
And
who isn't?
And it comes out. It comes out in big games.
As a coach, do you think he's an unsung hero? Do you think that other teams and maybe even us with what we do don't give him enough credit for what he does?
I think he's our glue. He's what keeps us together. And as our captain, he sacrifices more than anybody else. So certainly.
Yep.
Definitely.
Who do you think are your biggest competitors this season?
Good question.
Considering you may have noticed, just quietly slipped into the lineup, Cam Trigar into Eltham on the weekend.
Well, I think everyone are our biggest competitors. Right now, we've lost 3 games.
You're struggling, right? You're really struggling.
We're struggling.
You're really struggling.
So from that point of view, look, the last 2 years it was fantastic to win, but this year is a whole new team with a new dynamic, as you advised.
Yep.
And we've got a whole new league.
Yep.
New teams and new players in teams. So it's a whole different mix. So hopefully we can be competitive on a week-to-week basis and put ourselves in a position.
Eric, 2 questions.
Yeah.
First of all, a lot of people out there leading into the season spoke about Corio Bay.
Yes.
Whether they should, whether they shouldn't, who they had, who they didn't have. I know that I've certainly got it out there and said, look, let's assess it all a year down the track and see how they've gone. You've played against them. What do you think of Corio Bay? Because I reckon they're going to be all right.
I think you're right. I think they're certainly a finals contending group, and we had to play at our best the other week to get over the line up in Corio. We're up there again this weekend, so it's going to be a tough one.
You did last time. You got a win last time.
We did, but hopefully we can be competitive again.
Second question, there's a few teams that are really champing at the bit down in Division 1 to step up into Championship over the next year, 2 years, 3 years. Would you like to see more teams up at Championship level? What kind of number do you think we should try and get it out to?
Yeah, that'd be great. I think 10.
Yep.
10 would be a good number. Certainly the likes of Camberwell and Warrandyte, hopefully they can be up there next season.
They didn't mention McKinnon there.
No, I wouldn't either. That's quite all right.
I noticed that. Okay, hey, listen, we've got the great man going for a three-peat this season with Waverley, of course. Eric Minerve with us. Hit us with one massive, controversial, hard-hitting question. He's come here tonight expecting you to deliver the goods, young man. So just right between the eyes, give us something.
It's pretty well known at this point that you're very happy to downplay your chances, and this is a common thing every year, and you somehow manage to pull out the underdog status. You're in a great position where you have a losing record now, where you can continue to do that. Do you think this is a year where you're going to go for the unprecedented three-peat?
Look, it's always an interesting question. People, ask me. I'm downplaying things, whether from a junior's point of view or from a senior's point of view.
That's what coaches do, man.
I know.
I don't think I'm downplaying. I just think I'm a realist. I see it as it is. I don't think the first year anyone had us, to win against Ringwood or had us to win against Eltham. And we sit in a situation this year where we're in a new league with a new group, and hopefully we can be competitive. So we'll just wait and see. With regards to the three-peat, no one's ever done it in the history of the state league, so I'm sure it's going to pose some challenges.
Absolutely.
Having said one last hard-hitting question, I've still got a couple more for you.
Okay.
They just keep coming to mind.
Okay.
Last year's Grand Final Series, Game 1. Best game you've ever coached in, yes or no? Here.
Seniors, yeah.
Seniors, yeah.
Yes.
That was just an unbelievable contest.
Best seniors game.
How'd the nerves go? How did you get through that, mate?
I don't know.
That was an incredible game of basketball. Second question, best Waverley senior player that you've ever coached? Current or former? Now that's a hard-hitting question,
because you're going to have to hurt someone's feelings here.
I don't think I can answer that question.
Okay, fair enough. Can you maybe just nail it down to 3 or 4? Yeah.
You could probably do that.
Okay.
Very least.
Obviously Simon. You've got Ivan.
Yeah. That's 2 of this year's players. Keep going.
Daniel Dillon.
You'll get the whole team out in a second. Keep going.
The list goes on. I mean, Sadal Thread.
Yep.
Yeah.
In terms of the juniors, you want me to go through the
No, that's all right. Last one, and we'll get out of here. You've been a star. The two championships, the last 2 years.
Yes.
Which was the better or most satisfying for you? I think a lot of people don't get the chance or get the time to have that in depth with a coach. The most satisfying of the two for you as a coach?
Look, I think it's a hard one to split them, but I think the first one probably, if I had to choose, because it was the first one sort of in first senior one, and it was also the first for the club. So that's probably what I'd have to say.
We just keep thinking of questions,
this is probably it.
I know, I've got them running.
How is Mike Cuban? I mean, Mike Bullock. How is he? How does he fit into it all for you?
Look, he's really the one that gave me a chance. Sort of 8 years ago, commencing at the junior level, and then obviously I've coached sort of in the under-18s for the last 5 years, and all of that has been through his support. Doing all the additional work and the ongoing support that we provide, sort of the African boys. He's there in the background.
Mate, he's the head of World Vision, Mike Bullock. Does a great job with the community.
Not only he's done a great job for the community, but as well as the guys itself. Obviously he's developed the culture at the club now that the guys want to play here and stay here. So we're all very, very grateful for everything that he's done for us.
Do you call him Dad? Does he call you son? Good stuff. Eric Minerve, you're a star, mate. Good luck with the three-peat this season. We love watching Waverley go about their business as a basketball club, especially the state champ men. They are a terrific side to watch. Thanks for joining us on the couch. Well done, mate.
Nice.
Good on you.
Cheers.
Oh, you can run over.